Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into the timeless wisdom of the Book of Proverbs to uncover 7 life-changing lessons that can transform your lifestyle. You know, like me, you've probably heard these proverbs your whole life. Maybe from your mama, your grandma, or that favorite aunt that always kept it real. These words, they stick with you. They resonate deep within your soul because they are rooted in truth, honey. And let me tell you, truth is the key to unlocking a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. Now we're going to unpack these powerful lessons together, exploring how they can be applied to our lives today. We're talking about real, practical advice on how to navigate relationships, work, and the challenges that come with just being human. This isn't about preaching, it's about sharing wisdom that has stood the test of time and can truly make a difference in the way we live. So grab your journals, your favorite cup of tea, and get ready to be inspired, because these 7 lessons from Proverbs have the power to change your life, one step at a time. The Book of Proverbs tells us that wisdom is more precious than rubies and nothing you desire compares to it. Now let me tell you, that's saying something. We all know how valuable gold is, right? But wisdom, true wisdom, is even more valuable. Why? Because it guides our steps, helps us make wise choices, and ultimately leads to a more fulfilling life. Think about it. When we have wisdom, we're able to discern right from wrong, to see the bigger picture, and to avoid those pitfalls that can trip us up. It's like having a roadmap, a compass, and a trusted advisor all rolled into one. So how do we gain this precious wisdom? Well, it starts with seeking it out, with being hungry for knowledge and understanding. Read books, listen to wise mentors, and most importantly, be open to learning from your own experiences. Wisdom is a lifelong pursuit, but trust me, the rewards are immeasurable. You know, I've always said that success is not a matter of luck, it's about hard work, dedication, and a whole lot of hustle. And you know what? Proverbs agrees. It tells us that the diligent hand will rule, but laziness ends in forced labor. In other words, if you're willing to roll up your sleeves and put in the effort, you will reap the rewards. Think about a garden. You can't just throw some seeds on the ground and expect a bountiful harvest, right? No, you've got to cultivate the soil, plant the seeds, water them, and nurture them. Well, the same goes for our dreams and aspirations. Success requires dedication, perseverance, and a whole lot of sweat equity. It's about showing up every single day, even when it's tough, and putting in the work. Remember, the harder you work, the luckier you get. You know, words are incredibly powerful. They have the ability to build up or tear down, to heal or to hurt. Proverbs reminds us that the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. Think about that for a moment. Our words have the power to give life, to encourage, to inspire, and to uplift, but they can also be used to gossip, to criticize, to judge, and to inflict pain. I truly believe that we should use our words carefully and intentionally, always striving to speak life into ourselves and others. Let's choose words that are kind, compassionate, and uplifting. Let's use our voices to spread love, encouragement, and positivity. Remember, our words have the power to make a real difference in the world. You know, in a world that often celebrates self-promotion and bravado, Proverbs offers a refreshing perspective. It tells us that pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. Humility, my friends, is not about thinking less of ourselves, but thinking of ourselves less. It's about recognizing that we are all interconnected, that we all have strengths and weaknesses, and that none of us is better than the other. True humility is about letting go of our egos, being open to learning from others, and embracing our imperfections. It's about lifting others up and celebrating their successes. When we approach life with humility, we open ourselves up to greater opportunities for growth, connection, and fulfillment. Remember, true greatness lies not in our accomplishments, but in the content of our character. Chapter 5. The Danger of Pride, a Fall from Grace. We've all met someone who's full of themselves, right? They walk around with their nose in the air, thinking they're better than everyone else. Proverbs warns us about this very thing, saying that pride goes before destruction, a haughty spirit before a fall. You see, pride can be a dangerous thing. It can blind us to our own faults, make us arrogant and inflexible, and ultimately lead to our downfall. Just think about some of the great falls from grace we've witnessed. Powerful people brought low by their own pride and arrogance. It's a reminder that no matter how successful or accomplished we may become, it's essential to stay grounded, to remember where we came from, and to treat others with respect and humility. Let's strive to cultivate humility in our lives, recognizing that we always have something to learn, and that true strength lies in lifting others up, not putting them down. Chapter 6. The Value of Integrity. Living a life of truth and authenticity. Living with integrity means being true to ourselves and to our values, even when no one is watching. It means doing the right thing, even when it's hard, and being honest, even when it's uncomfortable. Proverbs tells us that the integrity of the upright guides them, but the unfaithful are destroyed by their duplicity. In a world where it's easy to get caught up in the pursuit of success at all costs, integrity is more important than ever. It's about building a life on a foundation of honesty, trustworthiness, and authenticity. When we live with integrity, we earn the respect of others, but most importantly, we cultivate a deep sense of self-worth and peace within ourselves. Let's make a commitment to living lives of integrity, knowing that it's always better to do the right thing, even when it's hard. Chapter 7. Importance of trusting in God. Finding peace and guidance in faith. Life can be full of challenges, uncertainties, and moments that test our faith. In those times, it's easy to feel lost, afraid, and unsure of which way to turn. But Proverbs offers a source of comfort and guidance, encouraging us to trust in the Lord with all our hearts and lean not on our own understanding. It's a reminder that even when we don't have all the answers, we can find solace in knowing that there's a higher power who loves us, guides us, and wants the best for us. Trusting in God doesn't mean that our problems will magically disappear, but it does give us the strength, courage, and resilience to face them head-on, knowing that we are not alone. It's about surrendering our worries and fears to a power greater than ourselves, and having faith that even in the midst of difficulties, there is always hope. So let us cultivate a deep and abiding faith, knowing that even when we can't see the path ahead, we can trust in the Lord to guide our steps. Until next time, living the Proverbs, thank you for watching. If you found these lessons from the Book of Proverbs inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting content. These Proverbs, they offer timeless wisdom that can truly transform our lives. They remind us to seek wisdom, work hard, speak kindly, embrace humility, act with integrity, and trust in God. They challenge us to be better versions of ourselves. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to apply these lessons and create a life filled with purpose, joy, and fulfillment. See you next time.